So the judge got to try to sign off on your the order your order affidavit for that shit. That's why I said like this whole justice system shit now is just it's dead. Like it's just I mean it been dead, but it's like it's dead. Like you're not gonna get no justice. Like you feel me? Like you're not gonna get no goddamn justice. So I sued all the temp service agencies. I never heard anything about no courts or no nothing like this, that, and the third. But I'm like, these people going real hard to try to prosecute you and stuff like that still too as well. Cause the biggest thing I'm trying to speak about is just how your civil rights is being violated like a motherfucker. The next thing I'm trying to really speak about is when you at them companies and stuff, they start attacking you in those companies when they have clones in there that be attacking you and they be setting up events and stuff like that. It might be something to create a confrontation or something like that so they can try to find a way to fire you. Or because previously before they used to just fire people for no reason. Or even when you're trying to get a job, it's like, well, they not gonna hire you, bruh. Like, I mean, they may hire you, or they might not, or they're giving you some type of rejection. So it's like you have to go through that. That's some form of like what they'll say an emotional abuse. They'll fire you after like 2 weeks. And then after that process, the next thing will go to like what? I think you have to also deal with your payment process. You always have an issue when it comes to the payment process. They don't want to pay you. What I mean by that is like something like this. You go work somewhere, they say you ain't type your banking information in the correct way. Nah, bitch, you changed whatever was in the banking information. You changed that shit in the system. You understand what I'm saying? Or like literally, like you changed that shit in the system. You gonna lie to me and say I didn't put this shit right. Sometimes it might be like that. Maybe I didn't. Da, 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 da. You know, but you should feel me. So they do shit like that. Um, all kind of all shit like that. Okay, so boom. Soon all these little companies start trying to sue their ass. Never hear nothing back with no court, this, that, and the third. They talking about some, man, these folks done went to court and this, that, and that. How you done went to court and I ain't at court? They putting the shit all on the internet. They done put my address and shit like that on the internet. You know, literally, like, they done put my address and shit like that on the internet and stuff like that. Which, I ain't gonna to you, when my businesses and stuff like that come out and my businesses drop, I am gonna put my location out publicly, but that's gonna be after my business and stuff like that formulates. If I got cases and this, that, and the third going on, which I don't necessarily want to do that. This is not my place. This is not my house. You understand? If this is my house or something, you know, that's not you feel me? Like this not my house. So you putting, you know, stuff like no. They was doing shit like that. I think like what else was happening? Anyway, so I did that. I did the EEOC shit. Everybody I filed EEOC, I kind of described briefly kind of like what happened or what was going on. And I did that shit a long time ago. They was talking about something about, well, they got to do an interview or something. And I was like, okay. And what happened next after that was just like what? After that process, the next thing that had ended up happening was I had I had what happened after that? Donald Trump shut the government down or some shit. So they said that the EEOC process, something about that would be delayed. The government had opened back up, you know. Now I ain't never hear about that shit. Or they'll call your phone. It be the same little cloned out ass people calling your phone on some bullshit like that. Yada yada yada. You don't hear nothing about it. But the time go by like a long, long, long time from now. Then the next thing that happened after that was like what? So again, like I said, my medication and shit like that, I had to go to this mental health place. Then one of these places was ordered by the judge. Oh, you need to go here. Type shit. This location. So I'm going there and shit like this, that, and the third, everything, blah, 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 blah. They got some clones in there, they do. And I be seeing them, but They still not trying to give me my correct medication, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Like, so once I get my health insurance like that, I'm trying to go to where? I'm trying to be like, man, I need to go talk to a real therapist. I'm talking about like a real psychiatrist. Shit like that. So I sit up, I go there, and they like, oh, you got to set up an appointment or something. And the appointment like took so long. Like, actually, they was like, we'll call you back. That's that we'll call you back type of process. They never called me back because, again, it's a clone in the office. So they never called me back. Even like when I went up there to go, because once I had got my insurance, they said that we had to see what kinds of like doctors that I could go to. So they only had it to where I could go to certain kinds of people. So they had me go to this facility, like right over the, certain facility. So when I go to that facility, boom, it's a clone in the facility at the front desk. Oh yeah, we'll call you back, in a few days to set up your appointment. I never hear shit or nothing about that shit. So some weeks later, go back up there. I think once I go back up there, I'm finally able to get an appointment or some shit like that set up. So when I get an appointment set up, that's when I speak to the motherfucker. Yeah, that's when I speak to one of the people up in there. And I tell what's happening. And I talk to her about the clones and this, that, and the third. And everything. Yeah, I do. And that's when she sit up and she walked me over to the other building. Then she sit up and she walked me over to the other building. And then what happened after that? I remember that she said that they had to evaluate me or something like that on the medication. I was like, oh my God, this is good. Like, because I had an incident with the medication to where it was like, what? That shit sent my ass to the hospital. Like, literally, like, I almost checked the fuck out type shit,